Tuesday. So really boring breakfast today, but I need something fast. So I'm having a yogurt for 2 points, egg for 2 points, and a banana for 0. Let me show you what I am taking to work for lunch. Okay, so this is lunch today, and I want to say one thing. When I show everything I'm taking for lunch in the morning, I don't necessarily eat all this. Like, so if you ever see my points at the end of my video don't match what I'm saying when I'm showing all you this, it's because I just like to take, since I can't come home and the other options would be going to the convenience store next door and getting something not so healthy for me. I like to just take as much food as I can with me that that I can bring back and put in the refrigerator if I don't eat it all. So I mean, it's not like I'm wasting it, but I just like to bring a lot of options with me. So like yesterday, I ended up not eating my cheese. I didn't eat my hummus. I wasn't that hungry at lunchtime, so I ate my salad, and my salad was really filling. And then I ended up eating my vegetables throughout the rest of the afternoon, and so I just didn't use my hummus because I was working on spreadsheets and all that, so it was just easier just to munch on some carrots while I was working. So I just wanted to let you know that. So if I say, I think yesterday, I think I said my lunch was going to be 8 points, and it actually ended up being 6 by the time the end of the night when I did my point totals. So that explains that. So for today, I'm just taking kind of a snacky lunch. So I have my 2 point egg. I have 1 point worth of turkey pepperoni, a 1 point cheese, a 0 point fruit. So there are some strawberries and blackberries and some grapes. And then I have 1 serving of the Good Thins rice crackers for 4 points. And then I have 1 tablespoon of hummus for 1 point, and this is the fiery sriracha hummus. And then I have some vegetables, so there's cucumbers, bell peppers, and carrots in here. And I'm running low on vegetables. I bought just as many as normal, but I think I ate a lot more through the weekend. And I am going to take a yogurt, so for 2 points. Then for my breaks today, I am going to take one of these drinks. This will be 1 point because I'll drink the whole thing. I have some of these cinnamon roast almonds, so these are 3 points. And then an apple and a clementine. So this will be probably my snacks and then my lunch. Dinner tonight, I'm going to have veggie burgers, and I'm going to put them in these pocket sandwiches. Let me show you those. Yeah, since I'll just show you either a picture or I'll do what I did yesterday and just kind of video my dinner, but there's always a lot of noise in the background of my house, so that's why I don't video at night. But anyway, so dinner tonight is going to be one of these garden veggie burgers, and these are 3 points, and then the pocket thins, and these are also 3 points. And I'll just have half of one. I think half of one is 3 points. There's some nutrition facts on those, if you can see it, because my phone doesn't like to focus on things like this. Anyway, so I'll have put one of these inside one of these with, depending on how many points I have, I usually preload the night before, but I didn't do that last night. So I know for sure I'll put some lettuce in there with it, but I might do some avocado, and then on the side will be a salad, and I think I have some cantaloupe I want to eat, so I'll have some fruit. So you'll see all my points at the end of the video, and I will check in briefly in the car. I do have a video or two I want to also film on my way to work. I have to take advantage of every chance I can get to film when I have the time, and usually that's my car, so I apologize for that. Anyway, I need to get out of here because it's already 10 after 6 and I gotta leave in 10 minutes, so I will talk to y'all soon. Good morning. I have had quite the morning. I actually had other things I want to talk about, but I'm just gonna rant. And actually, this drive has made me calm down a little bit, and I'm taking a breath. I want to preface this with thank you, Darlene, from A Peek Inside. I was watching her video while I was getting ready. I put all my videos in a playlist, and I just let them run while I'm getting ready, and that's another thing I want to talk about. But first, her video just happened to be going on while all this other stuff is going on, and she was talking about taking a deep breath, and that's what I've been doing, and it actually is working because my son is trying my patience this morning, And another thing, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. He's in honors classes. He never gets in trouble. I mean, I never have to worry about things like that. But he's still a teenage boy, and he's 16 years old, and he's trying my patience. So, you know, the last few days it's been really nice. He hasn't had to work too late. He's been getting off. I think the latest he's worked the last 3 days since Saturday is like 8:30. So like last night he was off by I think 7:15, I think is when he called me. So we were home, you know, by like 8:15, because it takes me about 30 minutes to get there and 30 minutes to get back. So he was off by like 8:15. I mean, we were home by 8:15. And, you know, before, when he first started this, I told him, you know, you are going to be responsible for making your lunch. I made his lunch every day for school forever. I mean, ever since he started taking lunch to school, which was about 6th grade, he started wanting to take lunch to school rather than eating school lunch. I have been making his lunch, and I know everybody's telling me, why you still make your lunch when your kid's in high school? And I do it just because he wasn't packing very healthy things for himself, or he does not pack anything, and I just don't want him to go to school hungry. So I did it. But I told him, I said, when he started this job, I said, you know what, you have a job. You're in the real world, have a job. I know you're only 16, but you can make your own lunch. That's, you know, you need to give mom a break. So, because I make my own lunch. You know, we all do our own thing. And I also told him he had to keep up with his chores. I told him he need to, you know, and their chores are very minimal in our house. They have to keep their rooms clean, and they switch off between every other week. You know, one has responsible for unloading and putting away the dishwasher, and then if there's any dishes in the sink, they need to load those up. But everybody else loads their own dishes, of course, throughout the day. But then if the dishwasher's full of clean dishes, then of course, you know, any dishes that pile up in the sink have to be put in by that person. Then the other person does garbage and setting the table. So, you know, I told them both, because they both were going to have jobs, that they have to keep up with their chores. That's it. Make their own lunches. That's it. You know, they're not responsible for anything else. I clean the bathrooms. I do the laundry. I mean, they could help me with that stuff, but I'm kind of a control freak when it comes to the way the laundry's folded, and it's just me, and I complain about it, but I don't complain about it. I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. Let's get back to this. So, last night, when we get home, lately, the last few days, he's just been coming home and going right to bed. I keep telling him, you need to unload your lunchbox at least. If you're going to make your lunch in the morning, that's fine, but you need to take your ice packs out, or you need to throw your trash away. You know, don't leave it just sitting there. Especially the ice packs. We have very limited ice packs now that there's 3 of us taking lunches to work. We'd only have enough just for the 3 of us, and then they need to go in the freezer to freeze overnight for morning. So he did that last night. His brother, since his brother is not working, his brother has been doing all the chores, which is fine. I mean, that's something that my husband told him he wanted him to do, you know, because he chose not to take this job. He chose, you know, try to find another job, a permanent one versus the seasonal one. And because he's out of school, and so, you know, it's something that my husband has told him, you need to help more around the house. Okay, fine. But I also want my 16-year-old to understand that once you are in the real world and you're in the working world, I still have more chores to do. I mean, sure, it's my household stuff, but it's still, I have stuff I have to do, and I still work. And he keeps saying, well, I'm working every day without a day off, and I'm working 10 to 12 hours a day. Okay, I understand that. I know this is your first job, so I've kind of let it slide the last few weeks. And, you know, I can't really do much about his brother doing his chores. Fine, whatever. But he only has 2 other things he has to do. Keeping his room clean. His room it just looks like a tornado in there. It's horrible, whatever. Okay, his next day off, he is cleaning his room. He hasn't had a day off, but he will clean his room on his next day off. Take a shower. And I tell him, you are taking a shower every day. I want to do it before he goes to bed, but he hasn't been doing that, but he's been taking one in the morning. And make your lunch. I told him the other day, you need to do one or the other the night before, because we had this happen the other morning where I ended up making his lunch because he took a shower, and he took so long in the shower that by the time he got out and got ready and brushed his teeth and got dressed, it was time for us to leave, so I knew how to make his lunch real quick. And so I told him like 3 days ago, you do one or the other before you go to bed. You either make your lunch or you take a shower, and then in the morning you have either make your lunch or take your shower. Easy, 2 things. And then this morning, I woke him up, and that's one thing, I have to wake him up in the morning. He sets his alarm. I don't know if he's setting his alarm or not, but I have been having to wake him up. So it was about 10 to 6, and I told him, you need to wake up. And then I told him again, it's 6 o'clock, you need to wake up. At this point, it's almost 10 after 6, you need to get up. So I go back in there, and I'm thinking, he's still asleep. He's in there laying in bed on his phone. Like, I don't know, probably Instagram or something. I have no idea. So then I got really upset, and I was trying to, like I said, trying to breathe. And told him, you need to get up, take a shower. We have to leave, because yesterday we left at 6:30 and I was almost late because of traffic. So I told myself, from now on we need to start leaving by 6:20 so I have time in case there's traffic for me to get to work. And he's always like, well, it's like he's only thinking about himself, and I understand that's probably typical 16-year-old boy brain, but he needs to understand that for one, I am paying an extra $60 a week taking him to and from work, just in gas. I'm taking my time going to and from work, and then he makes some kind of, remark that, well, you wanted me to get this job, and da-da-da, and so this morning he didn't make his lunch, so I made it. And I know I probably didn't have to, but I'm not going to send him off to a 10, 12-hour day of work and send him off without a lunch. I won't do that. So instead, I made him feel really bad about it. But anyway, yeah, he throws these remarks saying, well, if I want to go to college, I have to save money. I'm sorry that I'm not independently wealthy and can't send you to college. I'm sorry I don't have, he makes these remarks that his friends' parents have, college accounts for him. Well, sorry, I've never been that way. I didn't grow up that way. We've never had money. Everything I have ever made, I've worked really hard for to get. And that's just, and I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but I have 2 older boys that don't live in the home anymore because they're older. I have a 25-year-old and he'll be 21 this year. And, so they're already on their own. My 25-year-old graduated from college. This last year, he took a year off after high school and worked and saved enough money to put himself through a year of college, paying for it himself. And then the other 4 years he paid for with grants that he got on his own, and he got a job at the school where he got free room and board. And he has a maintenance job at the school, so he was able to get free room and board, so didn't have to pay for any kind of rent or anything. And then he used all of his money that he got. They got free room and board, plus they got paid minimum wage. And so he worked 20 hours a week. That's all students are allowed to work when they work for the school. And every penny that he made, he put towards his tuition, and he graduated and paid for it himself. And I keep telling, my other boys this, that, it can be done. There is possible to put yourself through school. And he didn't go to a cheap state school. He went to a technical college, that I don't know how much it was per year, but I know he has $45,000 in loans. Yes, but the rest of it was paid for out of his pocket. And I don't know. I'm just so frustrated, and when I try to tell him this stuff, I just get the silent treatment. He doesn't say anything to me. The whole way to work, he didn't say anything to me. It was just the silent treatment was all I got. So, I don't know. So I told him this morning when he wasn't speaking to me, so it was a lot of me just talking. I told him that from now on, he makes his lunch the night before, and he needs to start picking up his chores. So I'm just going to talk to my husband and just tell him, there's no reason why he can't either unload a dishwasher or take some trash out to the garage and put them in the garbage can. There's no reason why he can't do that. It takes literally 10 minutes to do the dishes, less than 5 to do the trash. And of course, he's not there at dinner time to set the table, because the person who does the trash also sets the table. He's not there to be able to do that, so that's fine, no big deal. But he can do one or the other. It's not unreasonable, I don't think, for me to ask him. I know this is his first job, and this is the start of his 3rd week, and so he's had enough time to get used to it. And I know he has a lot more stamina and energy than I do for a 16-year-old. So Anyway, like I said, thanks Darlene. I am breathing and I'm glad, for once, I'm glad that I have such a long drive before I get to work, because this lets me, you know, calm down and not let it, you know, affect me at work, because, you know, we have our own stressors at work all the time already, and so whatever I'm ready to walk into at work, I don't have this hanging over my head. And I didn't get too bad with him, because like I said, I just, before in the past, you know, I may have gotten really angry and then I feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about this, because I did, you know, calm down before he came out of the shower, because I was really mad when he was in the shower, and I calmed down by the time he got out, and I just calmly talked to him on the way to work. And but I still got the silent treatment. I got the I love you mom bye when he left, but you know, I think he just feels bad. But anyway, rant over. Thank you for listening. I know those of you that have teenage children understand. It's just, he's been the most trying one of them. He tries my patience more than any of them, and yeah. But I know they grow up, and it's, yeah, like I said, I have all boys. I know this has been my life, but my other two are not quite as, actually, even my stepson at home, that still lives with us at home, he hasn't even been this, yeah. We always have one, right? So the other thing I wanted to talk about were, I am trying to catch up on videos. I feel really bad because I've been watching quite a few videos, but I haven't been able to comment, because when I'm watching them, I'm getting ready for work in the morning, or I have my headphones in when I'm at work, and I'm just listening to it kind of as background noise while I'm working, and I just feel really bad because I haven't been able to comment. So I have a 4-day weekend this weekend because of the 4th of July. I am going to catch up on videos and catch up on comments on my videos and catch up on commenting on other people's videos. But just know, I do watch, and you guys are all inspirations to me, and I do appreciate so much what you share on your videos, and I appreciate the comments I'm getting, and I will get to them. I really will. I'm sorry, I'm just so busy, and it's just, I don't have the opportunity to do it when I'm sitting there listening. It's really hard to on my tablet to, actually I use my Kindle at work to watch the videos, and it's really hard for me to comment on the Kindle. It's not the most user-friendly when it comes to commenting, so, but I'll get there. I will. I'm going to catch up on everything, and so you guys, there may be some of you that are going to get lots and lots of comments on your videos, and they may go back a week. Maybe videos you posted last week. Okay, sorry about that. Got a phone call. So the other thing I want to talk about is something I'll talk about, my July goals, which I thought I'd get taped before during this car ride home. That's not going to happen, but that's okay. I will do that tomorrow. So one of my goals from now on is going to put more activity in my life. So for the month of July, every month from now on out, I am going to do some sort of challenge. And I've seen these on, I realize my radio has been up this whole time, sorry about that. I'm going to do some sort of challenge, and I've seen these on Pinterest, and there's, you know, just different ones, and every month I'm going to commit to a 30-day challenge. I've done these before, but never finished them. So I figured if I tape them, then I will finish them, right? So that is my hope. And the first one I'm going to start out with, starting on July 1, and I'm hoping anybody who wants to join me, I would appreciate it. That would be fun, and I'll put a picture of it at the end of this video so you can see what I'm talking about. But like I said, I'll also kind of go more over it in my July goals, but, or I'll probably go over it just as much as I'm going over it now. But anyway, I'll put a picture in that video too. I know a few ladies have said that they'd like to join me, and I will get all their names and talk about it in another video. But so the ab and squat challenge, I'm going to start on July 1, and it's just a combination of crunches and squats and sit-ups, and you just do a combination of all three every day. And I believe there's 3 rest days in the whole 30-day period, and it's I think the first day you do 10 of each, or maybe it's 10 sit-ups, 10 crunches, and it's 25 squats, something like that. The very last day you do 40, 100, 100, and then throughout the whole month, it's just kind of a different amount throughout the whole month of how many you do. There's even one day you do 5, 5, 5, you know, so it's just kind of, it just mixes it up. So you're not necessarily working. Some of them you work your way up to the largest one, but in this particular case, it's a good mix up through the month. So if any of you want to join me, I would love it, and I'll update everybody every day. If I did mine, I want you guys to all make me accountable. If I don't talk about it in a video, I want you to ask me, have you done your ab and squat challenge? So that is my goal. I want to finish one, and I'm gonna do one every month. There's ones with arms, there's ones with legs. I mean, there's all different combinations of ones. So I'm gonna pick a new one every month, and yeah, so I'd like you all to join me. That would be great. Let me know down below in the comments below if you want to join me for it, and we can all talk about it. And I made it to work, so thank you for listening to my rant about my child. We all have them, right? So let's see, I'm gonna go into work. Yesterday was a great day. I got 2 walks in during breaks, so that's also my goal. If I can't, I'm going to try as much as I can to get 30 minutes of activity in during the day, since I don't have a lot of time in the evenings. My plan is starting July 1 when I start my challenge. I'm going to do it in the mornings before I go to work. If I can't, then I might split it up and do some in the morning and then do the rest of it in the evening, but I want to try to challenge myself and do it all at one time. So you all have a great Tuesday, or hope you all had a great Tuesday, since you'll see this afterwards. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.